Virgil Van Dawson. Big Dawes. Big Craig. Awesome Dawson. The Dawsonator. Whatever. You get the idea. I really like Craig Dawson. And I thought it was about time he had his own video. Have I done one already? Have I done a Craig Dawson video? I may have done. Let's pretend I haven't. If I have, this is the ultimate, that's what we call it, the ultimate Craig Dawson video. You'll know this just from the intro. If you're not interested in Craig Dawson, then you've already left by now. It's fine. I'm always amazed that anybody lasts past a minute of any of my videos. Anyway, you'll have seen from the thumbnail, which I haven't created yet, but it's going to have Dawson everywhere. It's in fact, we don't use the green screen very often. We don't use the green screen. It may not even work. I'm good. Let's have a bit of green screen. I don't know whatever I've put on there. I don't know because I will put that in editing afterwards. Whatever. By this point, I'm assuming I've already edited in some Craig Dawson stuff behind. Now, I think this player is remarkable. Do you know what? Actually, you never know when you do these videos. I sort of assume no players ever watch this stuff, but then sometimes you realise that they do. Declan Rice popping on was a massive case in point. One or two others have done so, but by and large, you don't ever know. You don't ever get any feedback, really. But I sort of hope that in this homage to Craig Dawson, that somehow this video finds its way to Mr. Dawson, Big Dawes, Virgil Van Dawson, Awesome Dawson. I think he's remarkable. I really, really do. The first thing to say about him is, how come nobody else was interested in him? I mean, I don't get he's that good. Look, let's get this right. I'm not saying he's the best defender in Europe or anything like that. But he is a pretty damn consistent Premier League defender. If we leave it at that, he is a consistent Premier League defender. Plays really well all the time. Now, when we first went in for him, and he was a loan signing from Watford, I mean, there were a lot of moans and groans. But it's turned out he's been brilliant. We got him on loan. Then, 2-3 million to make the deal permanent? I mean, he's been that good. Other managers must be looking at the signing thinking, hold on a second. I mean, that guy's... I'm pointing up there like I must make sure I put the picture there, by the way. This guy, why didn't we go and buy him? I mean, I reckon this season, maybe even last season, he'll get man of the match 4 or 5 times. That's pretty damn good, isn't it? He's keeping a really good defender in Issa Diop out of the team. There's nothing wrong with Diop. Diop is good. It's not like Diop is not part of the group either. Whenever I see that training ground footage, Diop's everyone's mate. Diop's clearly a really, really good guy. The Diop's problem is there's a really, really good defender in front of him, and it's Craig Dawson. I think the partnership he's forming with Kurt Zouma, I mean, he's really good. As Zouma gets better all the time, the more he plays in that left centre-back role, which is not his role. Dawson's keeping that right-hand side. I just think he's brilliant. And I look at him, because he's a journeyman, I sort of expect him to be sort of 50, 39, something like that. He's only 31. It does not rely on pace. It's positioning, it's intelligence, it's that sense of danger, and he enjoys defending. He's not reliant on pace. I reckon Dawson's with us. Hopefully, he's with us for another 3-4 years at least. He's this determination and will to win that he's got. I just want to go back to the Lyon game. We were all frustrated as fans, and this isn't just about the Lyon game, by the way. This really isn't. This is about just how he's been playing since he arrived at us. And my point, really, before I get on to this Lyon game, is when you sign a player on loan who's a journeyman player, or you pay a couple of million for him, you're not expecting anything. You don't expect him to be in the team, a mainstay of the team, to get to have these colossal performances, to be able to get man of the match performances. Bubbly, do they still drink champers anymore? Whatever. He probably doesn't. I reckon Craig Dawson doesn't drink a glass of champagne. I reckon, and of course he's not going to watch his video. Craig Dawson doesn't watch YouTube. He just drinks a pint of grit, burps, and then cracks on and plays some more football, kills some more strikers with some crunching tackles. That's Craig Dawson's that kind of guy. I've lost my train of thought now. Yes, that's it. It's not just about Lyon. It's about his performances and how he's been playing anyway. But what I loved about Lyon is, we were all frustrated as fans, frustrated with the referee, frustrated with the play acting of the Lyon players. And, I mean, we all wanted, in some way, to let our annoyance be known to the referee or to the Lyon players. It was frustrating watching it. You're thinking, come on, get on with it. Referee, why are you doing this? Why don't you understand? In that instant, when Dawson started to go through players, he represented us as fans. He represented our frustrations. And I thought it was just perfectly timed. He reminds me so much of Ginger Pele. He really does. He just sort of gets it, you know? He just gets it. Let me just tell you about the Dawsonator's career, by the way. I pulled it up on the screen because I'm professional like that. Before doing the video. He's played for Radcliffe Borough, Clipstone on loan, Rochdale, Radcliffe Borough again. So I think it looks like he played for Radcliffe Borough. They sold it to Rochdale, and Rochdale loaned him back to Radcliffe Borough. This is not the career path of, Cristiano Ronaldo or whatever. He then went to West Bromwich Albion, played nearly 200 games for him. Rochdale again, loaned back to Rochdale, clearly not doing it at West Brom. Well, what we do, we'll loan him back to Rochdale. I'm surprised they didn't loan him back to Radcliffe Borough. They then loan him out. What did West Brom do? Keep him? Nah, we'll loan him out to Bolton Wanderers. Played 16 times at Bolton Wanderers. 4 goals, 16 games, not bad, eh? Then he signed for Watford. What did Watford do? Played 29, basically played a season for Watford. Right, okay, just when Watford in a championship, what are we going to do with old Craig, big old Dawson? He's crap. I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll loan him out. Who'll loan him? Nobody. Who wants to take Dawson? Nobody. I'll tell you what, there was a team that would take Dawson, and that was West Ham United and David Moyes. And fair play for spotting that someone that good for that small amount of money. Did you know, you probably did, it's just me didn't know, he played for England under 21s. 15 times, scored 6 goals. So clearly there's somebody there with some promise, but he's still a journey. That's the very definition of a journeyman footballer is it. You've just listened to where he's been. He played for the Great Britain Olympic team 3 times. So that was obviously in 2012 in the Olympics, which must have been a great experience, for, I guess. Actually, weren't they crap? I'm not blaming it on Dawson. Dawson could do no wrong. Maybe the team were crap. I think they were. I don't think they did much at that Olympics. Certainly wasn't about the football team, that particular Olympics, was it? So maybe he was destined to play at the Olympic Stadium all the way along anyway. As a teammate, as a leader, as somebody that... I often say about David Moyes wants to know what he's getting when he puts a player out onto the pitch. There's a few of them. One of them's Fornals. He knows when Fornals goes onto the pitch, he ain't going to stop running. He's got no worries about Dawson. I get it. I just get it now. I know why he plays him. He's there. He's reliable. Now, I'm not saying that David Moyes doesn't want to bring in another defender, right? I thought Craig Dawson was equally good last season, by the way. But if you look at it, right, then last season he played well, but we brought Zuma in. But clearly, before Zuma came in, Angelo Ogbonna's our number 1 defender. Fair enough, right? So he starts the season, I'm talking about David Moyes here, he starts the season with Ogbonna and Zuma. Clearly, that's his first choice partnership. And then we start off playing in Europe, it was Diop and Dawson, and they were basically the backup defenders. No complaining. Look, I mean, let's be fair. As I say, he's been at Clipstone and Radcliffe Borough and West Brom and Rochdale and all the rest of it. He's not going to complain that he's second choice for a Premier League team. But there he was. And the moment Ogbonna got injured, who did he turn to? Did he turn to Diop? No, he turned to Dawson. And rightly so. Dawson is reliable. And it says everything about Dawson that he keeps somebody who cost us, what did Diop cost us? Best part of 23, 24 million. Keeps him out of the team. And I think it is a marvellous testament to somebody that's gone through their career and just sort of worked hard. And in the end, you get what you deserve from working hard. I think it's a really important part of the West Ham team at the moment. And now he's added this ridiculous passing range. In the last 3 games, by the way, that's the point of recording this. So Lyon, Everton, and whatever it was before, maybe it was a Tottenham game before that. I think it might have been. He's done the 3 best passes in each game. I mean, he really has. Outstanding long range of passing. I bet he's doing it on the training ground all the time. He offers a goal threat. I mean, what is not to like? He's got the odd mistake in him. Who doesn't? I mean, and let's be fair. Let's appraise him fairly. There's defenders that cost 30, 40 million who have got mistakes in them. He costs peanuts. He costs nothing. But by and large, I don't know. Look, we do our player ratings on Patreon. Myself and Gio do our player ratings. I wonder, probably be easy enough for us to find out, his average rating throughout the season has been high. I reckon the average is about 7 out of 10. Sometimes like in that Lyon game, he gets a 9 out of 10 because it was absolutely colossal. And I mean, it's often been said at West Ham that actually we don't, all we ask is that you give 100%. I'm not sure that's always true because actually we do like a skillful player or two. But I totally agree with the essence of what's being said, which is, give your all for this club and we will see it and we will notice it and we will recognise it. And that is why I think he does so well and why we appreciate it and why you had exactly the same thing with Ginger Pele, as I say, James Collins, even old Snodgrass there. Funny enough, he came up in conversation. Myself and Gio were discussing him earlier. We warmed to him. He wasn't the best player. We knew he wasn't the best player, but my God, he tried. He did not stop trying, and we do love a trier. This is different. This is a level up from Snodgrass. It really is, because this is someone who actually... and I'm talking the top level here. That's the top level. What you just saw, and against Sevilla as well, that's the top level. I mean, there's no way that people thought when we were going to sign this guy from double check, from Watford, this guy had been on loan at Bolton and Rochdale, that he was going to come in and he could possibly cut it at the top level in the knockout stages of European competition. Honestly, it's preposterous. It sounds ridiculous, but he's done it and he's doing it. I do hope David Moyes brings in a central defender, and I'll tell you what, even if he does, and I think he will change the composition of his front two, Ogbonna, sorry, his first choice two, not front two, I mean his first choice in central defence. I still think, even if that happens and Ogbonna comes back, that Dawson will be a part of the squad and he'll be a part of the team and he'll play a lot of games. And in many respects, when David Moyes is looking to do his reshuffle in the summer, and there will be a reshuffle in the summer, there'll be players that have played this season who will be going, and not just the obvious ones, by the way. There'll be others as well, which is a video for another day. One player that won't be in the shake-up to leave is Dawson. In many respects, I don't want to say he's the last player out the door, because clearly, I'm not stupid, clearly, players like Declan Rice and Jared Bowen are more important to the team now and are going to be more important to the team going forward. So obviously, yes, it's easy to say, Bowen's going to be the last person out the door or whatever. Just take all transfers aside. But once you eliminate those obvious superstar names, I bet there's a list of players there who just ain't going anywhere. And David Moyes is probably looking at that. And Craig Dawson is a trusted lieutenant. He's a captain without being the captain. There's a quiet assurance about him, but he loves the battle. He loves defending. He loves the attrition of it. And this is the very essence of West Ham, I feel, at the moment, which is we compete. And that's why, because there's a certain honesty in our competitive nature, and I do say this, and I don't want to overly dig him out because I've got a lot of love for Yarmolenko at the moment, particularly given the situation that he's gone through and what he's done, scoring a couple of important goals for us. But if you remember, he took a dive against Kidderminster. It wasn't nice. I wasn't impressed with it at all. I thought it was actually a bit out of order that he played. I thought in such a dishonest way to try and get Kidderminster. Basically, it was so crap that day. Yarmolenko thought the only way I can get rid of Kidderminster, and let's be fair, that money was really important to their livelihood. He thought the only way I can get rid of Kidderminster is to fall over and pretend I'm in touch. He hadn't been, right? So I don't like that stuff. But what I love about Craig Dawson is attritional, and that's the spirit of West Ham, not what Yarmolenko did. The spirit of West Ham is for us to crunch and battle. Crunch has got to do with it. Make me feel hungry, actually. And Craig Dawson gets it. He just does. And we appreciate that. And that's what we want to do. And as I say, at that point in the Lyon game, when the game was sort of not getting away from us because of anything we did, but because of how the ref was, the linesman was, the pansy flaming Lyon players falling over and all the rest of it, we were frustrated. Come on, someone get stuck in. And not, by the way, the bloke that ran onto the pitch. We're not talking about that. One of the players. And he just did, and I thought he typified what we were all feeling at that time. And for that reason, he just gets it. Craig Dawson, it's taken a while. You've been, well, let's be fair. He's been a bit of a slapper, really, hasn't he? He's travelled around. He's done a lot of clubs. But I hope now, and I hope for the next 3 or 4 years, at West Ham United, Craig Dawson has found his spiritual home.